Every generation of riders dreams about the moment a machine stops feeling like a collection of parts and starts feeling like instinct. That instant when balance, power, and feedback merge into something almost alive, where every lean and flick feels like muscle memory rather than mechanical motion. It is not about top speed or raw numbers, but about the rare precision that makes a track machine whisper confidence in every corner. This story is about the pursuit of that feeling. The pursuit of mastery through engineering that borders on obsession. For those who crave the symphony of internal combustion and the discipline of racing craft, few machines dare to push so close to perfection. And when one does, it is worth dissecting every reason why it stands apart from the crowd. Stay tuned, because by the end of this episode, you will understand why this machine represents a masterclass in speed, control, and Italian engineering genius. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment on what machine we should explore next. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2024 represents the purest expression of Italian engineering ambition on two wheels. A motorcycle built not for compromise but for domination through precision. From its first unveiling, it was clear that Aprilia did not aim to reinvent the superbike formula. It aimed to refine it into something close to mechanical intuition. Every angle of its aerodynamic bodywork, every gear ratio, and every ounce of its aluminum frame carries the imprint of race data gathered from circuits where milliseconds separate triumph from irrelevance. The RSV4 Factory 2024 is a continuation of a philosophy that began with Aprilia's racing program decades ago. A belief that technology is only as good as the confidence it gives the rider. The heart of this machine is the 1099 cubic centimeters V4 engine, a marvel of internal combustion that blends ferocity with finesse. With power figures hovering around 217 horsepower, it is not just a number on a spec sheet. It is a promise that demands respect. Engineers at Noali reworked the combustion chamber and optimized the valve timing for even sharper throttle response, giving riders the ability to summon power with surgical accuracy. That precision translates to control. And control is what separates this factory edition from any street-legal performance bike trying to imitate it. The RSV4's engine note may be operatic, but the real music lies in how its torque curve remains consistent and predictable even under extreme lean angles and corner exits. Aprilia's focus on aerodynamics is more than a visual statement. It is a functional sculpture. The 2024 RSV4 Factory integrates winglets into its front fairing, developed directly through computational fluid dynamics and track validation. These surfaces do not merely add downforce. They stabilize the chassis during acceleration and braking, effectively pressing the front tire into the tarmac with invisible precision. It is not about brute stability. It is about keeping the rider's rhythm uninterrupted when the motorcycle's instincts seem to read the road first. The entire aerodynamic package was reshaped to reduce drag while maintaining lift balance, showing that Aprilia's obsession with airflow is about creating harmony between speed and control. Beneath the aerodynamic shell lies the same twin-spar aluminum frame architecture that has defined Aprilia superbikes for years. But in the RSV4 Factory 2024, the geometry adjustments and reinforced swing arm design take on a new dimension of sensitivity. The feedback from the chassis is immediate and communicative. It tells the rider exactly what the tires are doing without ever feeling nervous or overreactive. This constant dialogue between machine and rider is what Aprilia calls total feel, an idea that transforms data into emotion. Even the suspension, handled by the fully electronic Öhlins Smart EC 2.0 system, reads inputs from lean sensors, throttle position, and speed, adapting its damping in real time. The result is a motorcycle that knows when to stiffen, when to soften, and when to simply let the rider lead. No discussion of the RSV4 Factory 2024 would be complete without exploring its electronic suite. Aprilia Performance Ride Control, or APRC, is not new, but in this iteration it has evolved into a seamless co-pilot. Wheelie control, launch control, traction management, and cornering ABS are all harmonized to deliver predictability without dulling the experience. The new 6-axis inertial platform reads every movement of the bike, constantly recalculating grip, attitude, and lean. Unlike some systems that interfere with the rider's confidence, the RSV4's electronics operate almost invisibly, leaving the rider feeling as though their reflexes have been enhanced rather than managed. It is technology that disappears when it is working perfectly. Equally important is the ergonomics philosophy behind the RSV4 Factory 2024. Aprilia redesigned the fuel tank and seat unit not just for aerodynamics but for rider integration. The riding triangle, bars, seat, and pegs, creates a natural forward bias that supports aggressive corner entry while still allowing comfort during endurance rides. Every control feels weighted and tactile, emphasizing precision rather than excess effort. The TFT display, with its clear race mode interface, puts telemetry-level data directly in the rider's view without clutter or distraction. It is the cockpit of a machine built to communicate at speed, a place where performance information feels intuitive rather than overwhelming. Braking performance on the RSV4 Factory 2024 mirrors the rest of its design. Deliberate, controlled, and brutally effective when necessary. Brembo style Lima calipers, combined with dual 330mm rotors and a refined ABS calibration, deliver stopping power that feels like an extension of intent. The modulation at the lever allows micro-adjustments mid-corner, something that only the very best systems can replicate without upsetting balance. When combined with the stability generated by the aerodynamic package, it creates an impression of effortless deceleration even at the highest velocities. It would be easy to view the RSV4 Factory 2024 as a track-only weapon disguised for the street, but that misses its essence. What Aprilia has engineered here is not just speed. It is a psychological experience that builds trust through mechanical honesty. Every feedback loop between tire, suspension, and throttle is tuned to reinforce confidence rather than intimidation. That confidence is what allows skilled riders to explore limits safely. To treat the motorcycle not as a machine to conquer but as a partner that elevates their potential. Even the materials used throughout the RSV4 Factory 2024 are chosen with obsessive precision. Carbon fiber panels reduce unsprung mass, titanium fasteners lighten rotational components, and magnesium covers help shed critical grams without sacrificing strength. Yet, despite the focus on lightness, the bike feels planted, substantial, and deliberate in its responses. It is a balance that few manufacturers manage. Weight savings without fragility. That sense of integrity runs through every weld, every bolt, every measured click of a suspension adjuster. As the first segment of its story unfolds, the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2024 reveals itself not as an evolution but as a statement. It is Aprilia's declaration that the soul of racing can coexist with the intelligence of modern electronics. In an era when many performance machines feel sanitized by digital layers, this motorcycle keeps the conversation between man and machine raw yet refined. What makes it fascinating is not that it exists at all, but that it exists in this moment, when precision engineering has begun to merge seamlessly with human instinct. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2024 carries forward a philosophy that goes beyond engineering. It embodies the connection between data and emotion, between performance and personality. To understand its depth, one must go inside the mindset that shaped it. Aprilia's engineers did not chase only peak horsepower. They chased responsiveness, the micro moments between input and reaction. The goal was to create a motorcycle that thinks with the rider, not for them. Every mechanical and electronic system within the RSV4 Factory 2024 is designed to predict behavior, to refine feedback until it feels as if the bike is anticipating what comes next. At the center of this vision is the revised 1,099 cubic centimeters V4 power plant. Aprilia's choice to maintain the V4 architecture while expanding displacement slightly is deliberate. The layout provides the unique firing sequence that gives the RSV4 its character and traction advantage, but the larger bore and shorter stroke configuration allow it to rev freely while maintaining mid-range torque. The result is an engine that feels alive at any point in the rev range. Throttle response is immediate yet never abrupt, the kind of tuning that speaks of hours spent balancing combustion dynamics and throttle mapping. When the exhaust note rises, it is not just a sound, it is feedback that guides the rider's rhythm lap after lap. Equally important to the RSV4 Factory 2024 experience is its chassis balance. Aprilia's decision to fine-tune the frame geometry, rather than redesign it from scratch, shows how mature their base platform already was. The steering head angle, swing arm pivot, and engine mounting points can be adjusted, allowing riders and teams to tailor the motorcycle's attitude to their style or circuit conditions. This tunability, a hallmark of Aprilia's race-bred design, offers flexibility rarely seen on a production bike. It is not an invitation for casual tinkering. It is a demonstration of how serious the RSV4 Factory 2024 is about being track-ready out of the box. Under braking, the RSV4 Factory 2024 displays the harmony between hardware and software that defines the entire machine. The Brembo Style Lima calipers grip with precision, but it is the ABS system's nuanced control that allows deep trail braking without fear of lockup. Aprilia's engineers calibrated the cornering ABS to respond progressively, ensuring stability even when the rear wheel lifts slightly under high load. The braking zones become shorter, but the confidence level climbs. The system enhances the sensation that the motorcycle and rider are synchronized, each anticipating the other's intent with uncanny accuracy. Aerodynamics play a subtler yet equally critical role. The integrated winglets on the RSV4 Factory 2024 may seem understated compared to the exaggerated fins seen on some rivals, but their effect is profound. They generate measurable downforce at triple-digit speeds, keeping the front tire planted during acceleration. More importantly, they maintain consistency in handling across different speed ranges, allowing the same steering effort from first corner entry to final straight. The result is not only stability but predictability. And predictability is the currency of confidence. Aprilia's aerodynamic tuning is not about spectacle. It is about allowing the rider to push without second-guessing the front end. Electronic sophistication extends far beyond basic traction or wheelie control. The Aprilia Performance Ride Control Suite in the RSV4 Factory 2024 manages multiple variables in real time. It calculates lean angle, throttle position, and grip coefficients to fine-tune how power reaches the ground. Each system, launch control, engine braking adjustment, slide control, operates within defined thresholds that are adjustable through the intuitive interface on the TFT dash. For racers, these settings mean precision tuning for specific track conditions. For street riders, they offer the confidence of factory-level safety without diminishing the thrill of engagement. It is an ecosystem of intelligence designed not to dominate the rider, but to translate their intent into efficient motion. Aprilia's use of the Smart EC 2.0 electronic suspension gives the RSV4 Factory 2024 another layer of dynamic adaptability. The system constantly reads pitch, roll, and yaw through the 6-axis IMU, adjusting compression and rebound rates in milliseconds. The sensation is almost eerie at first. A surface imperfection that would normally unsettle the chassis simply disappears beneath the rider. Yet, it never feels artificial. The suspension maintains the organic feel of mechanical movement while delivering the smoothness of electronic prediction. Riders can switch between semi-active and manual modes, ensuring that purists who crave full control still find their ideal setup. It is the marriage of engineering precision with human intuition. Attention to detail extends even to the controls. The RSV4 Factory 2024 features redesigned switchgear with improved tactile feedback, making adjustments on the fly effortless even under racing gloves. The clutch actuation is lighter thanks to refined hydraulics, reducing fatigue over long stints. These small changes may seem trivial on paper, but in practice they represent Aprilia's commitment to continuous improvement. It is a reminder that evolution is not always about grand gestures. Sometimes it is about the sum of refinements that transform a fast motorcycle into a flawless one. The frame's rigidity balance also contributes to the RSV4 Factory 2024's distinct feel. By optimizing lateral flex without compromising torsional strength, Aprilia has created a chassis that communicates traction conditions with surgical clarity. Under high cornering loads, the feedback remains precise but never harsh. It allows the rider to sense grip levels intuitively, the kind of subtle communication that racers rely on to make micro-adjustments mid-corner. It is not just the engineering that matters here. It is the philosophy that confidence should come from clarity, not correction. Even the RSV4 Factory 2024's cooling system has been re-engineered for efficiency. A revised radiator layout and optimized airflow pathways ensure consistent thermal management, preventing heat buildup during extended track sessions. The side fairings channel air around the engine and toward the rear exhaust outlets, reducing turbulence around the rider. Such attention to aerodynamic heat management illustrates Aprilia's dedication to functional design. Every vent, every duct, serves a measurable purpose. From a performance standpoint, the RSV4 Factory 2024's acceleration is breathtaking but controlled. The combination of low-inertia engine internals and short gearing in the lower ratios gives immediate drive out of corners. The electronics prevent unwanted spin yet allow a slight, controlled slide for riders who use throttle steer as part of their technique. The harmony between traction and thrust is intoxicating. It feels as if the motorcycle understands exactly how much risk you intend to take and supports that decision rather than resisting it. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2024 stands as a modern symbol of purpose-driven performance. A motorcycle that fuses decades of racing wisdom with the digital precision of contemporary engineering. While many high-performance machines rely on shock value or marketing spectacle, the RSV4 Factory 2024 earns its credibility through measurable results and rider connection. The real story lies in what happens when all of its individual systems, engine, chassis, suspension, electronics, and aerodynamics, converge in motion. It becomes a form of kinetic art, translating human focus into speed with almost supernatural fluidity. Riders who have experienced the RSV4 Factory 2024 often speak of its communication. Not in poetic exaggeration, but as an observable phenomenon. The bike tells you what it is doing. The balance between front and rear, the way it transmits load through the pegs, and how it informs the rider of available traction all feel intuitive. This connection is not accidental. Aprilia's continuous testing on circuits around the world allows its engineers to tune every parameter for emotional and physical feedback. What results is confidence. Not the reckless kind, but the informed, data-backed sense of mastery that allows a rider to extract performance safely. On this machine, confidence is not borrowed from technology. It is built through consistency. Under full throttle, the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2024 transforms into an experience that challenges perception. The V4 engine's power band is linear, climbing aggressively without ever feeling abrupt. It is a controlled rush, one that builds momentum through precision rather than brute force. The quickshifter, with its seamless transitions, eliminates hesitation and keeps the engine perpetually within its sweet spot. At the same time, the APRC's traction algorithms continuously adapt, maintaining optimum drive regardless of surface imperfections. The sensation is one of relentless acceleration with total composure. Not chaos, but choreography. This balance between aggression and elegance defines the RSV4 Factory 2024's character. The chassis engineering deserves equal recognition. Aprilia's attention to torsional stiffness and flex balance ensures that the RSV4 Factory 2024 remains responsive without becoming twitchy. Whether carving through a fast sweeper or transitioning through a tight chicane, the motorcycle feels planted and neutral. It reacts precisely to rider input, making line corrections natural even at lean angles that would unsettle less refined machines. This is the tangible outcome of the company's obsession with structural feedback. Rather than isolating the rider from the road, the RSV4 Factory 2024 filters information just enough to keep sensations clear but controlled. It transforms feedback into understanding, and understanding into performance. Perhaps the most impressive feat of the RSV4 Factory 2024 is how it integrates its electronics without diluting the analog thrill of riding. Many riders worry that modern aids turn superbikes into overprotective machines. Aprilia's approach is the opposite. Its systems exist to amplify skill, not replace it. The slide control allows a hint of drift before intervening, giving experienced riders the ability to manage traction creatively. Wheelie control stabilizes acceleration without muting excitement. Even the engine braking management has been tuned to simulate the feel of a professional race setup, where deceleration helps pivot the chassis into corners. Every setting feels natural, as though it was tuned by a rider rather than an algorithm. The RSV4 Factory 2024's cockpit underscores its race-bred origins. The TFT display presents critical information with clarity, yet the experience remains tactile. Buttons and toggles provide instant feedback, and the ergonomics invite an aggressive stance without punishing comfort. On a long straight, the rider fits into the aerodynamic envelope seamlessly. Every contour of the tank and seat supports stability. The machine feels designed for movement, not display. Even the matte finishes and exposed carbon details carry function first, a reflection of weight savings, not vanity. There is beauty here, but it is the kind that comes from purpose, not ornament. On the racetrack, the RSV4 Factory 2024 behaves as if it has its own instinct. Mid-corner corrections happen effortlessly, the front wheel tracking with precision as the rear provides controlled drive. The aerodynamics generate just enough downforce to maintain tire contact during rapid direction changes. The sense of speed becomes less about chaos and more about flow. The bike disappears beneath you, leaving only motion. For many riders, this sensation defines the pinnacle of motorcycling. A machine that disappears so completely into your rhythm that every input feels like thought translated into action. It is not simply fast. It is seamless. But perfection on track would mean little if it were unbearable on the road. Aprilia's engineers knew this and ensured the RSV4 Factory 2024 remained approachable outside the circuit. The throttle mapping in road mode softens response, the suspension adapts to irregular surfaces, and the seats padding, while minimal, offers just enough comfort for spirited touring. This adaptability is not common among machines of such focus. Yet, the RSV4 Factory 2024 manages to feel composed, never temperamental. It reminds the rider that true engineering excellence does not have to sacrifice usability. Performance, in this sense, is not only about numbers. It is about sustainability of enjoyment. From an ownership perspective, the RSV4 Factory 2024 invites a different kind of pride. It is not the kind of motorcycle one buys to be seen on. It is one that reflects dedication to skill and craft. Maintenance routines, tire choices, and suspension adjustments become part of the experience. It rewards engagement. Those who invest time in learning its language find a machine that never stops teaching. Even years from now, its design and performance will likely remain benchmarks, much like its predecessors that continue to dominate enthusiast conversations. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2024 also represents an inflection point in motorcycling's evolution. As the industry gradually transitions toward electrification and autonomy, this model serves as a reminder of what pure mechanical artistry feels like. It stands as a celebration of combustion excellence at its peak, a final symphony of valves, gears, and controlled explosions orchestrated to perfection. Yet, it also demonstrates that digital control can coexist with analog passion. The future may belong to electric propulsion, but machines like this ensure the legacy of visceral connection endures. In the end, the RSV4 Factory 2024's impact transcends its specifications. It is not merely a product. It is a declaration that precision and emotion can coexist. Every design decision, from the curvature of its fairings to the calibration of its suspension, reflects a single pursuit: unity between rider and machine. Aprilia's engineers have distilled decades of racing insight into a motorcycle that feels timeless even as it pushes technological boundaries. The RSV4 Factory 2024 is not about being the fastest on paper. It is about being the most complete expression of performance on two wheels. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2024 closes its story the way only a machine built on obsession can, by reminding us that perfection is not a destination but a dialogue between human and engineering intent. From its 1,099 cubic centimeters V4 heart to its aerodynamically sculpted silhouette, the RSV4 Factory 2024 is proof that technology can enhance emotion rather than replace it. Its power delivery is explosive yet measured, its electronics invisible yet essential, and its chassis balance so refined that it turns high speed into a form of calm precision. What began as a track prototype has evolved into a production masterpiece capable of translating racing philosophy into everyday motion. Every time the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2024 rolls onto a circuit, it demonstrates what happens when design discipline meets artistic intuition. Each data point collected during testing translates into sensory feedback. Each mechanical improvement connects back to Aprilia's relentless pursuit of control. That pursuit defines the motorcycle's identity. It is not about chasing trends or overwhelming with excess horsepower. It is about refining feel, sharpening response, and letting the rider experience mastery in motion. For those who live for precision, this machine is a rare alignment of engineering and instinct. In the broader context of motorcycling, the RSV4 Factory 2024 stands as a bridge between eras. It carries the purity of analog feedback while embracing the intelligence of digital management. As emission standards tighten and the industry edges toward electrification, machines like this remind us that the internal combustion engine, at its peak, remains an art form. It is an art built on timing, airflow, and combustion. a symphony of metal and mathematics that speaks directly to human fascination with speed and balance. The RSV4 Factory 2024 represents the culmination of that era, a final expression of what mechanical perfection feels like before the next technological horizon arrives. Yet, beyond its specifications and accolades, the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2024 delivers something intangible. It teaches that confidence is earned through clarity, that power without communication is meaningless, that every ounce of performance must serve the rider's connection to the road. It represents the kind of engineering humility that understands the rider will always be the true variable in performance. Aprilia has built a motorcycle that empowers rather than intimidates, that guides rather than dictates. It is a rare blend of intellect and emotion wrapped in Italian craftsmanship. For riders who understand the language of feedback, the RSV4 Factory 2024 will continue to inspire long after newer technologies emerge. Its legacy will not be measured solely in lap times, but in the way it makes its riders feel focused, capable, and deeply connected. Machines like this remind us why performance still matters, even in an era of algorithms and automation. They prove that precision is not cold or mechanical, but deeply human when executed with purpose. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2024 will likely be remembered as one of the last superbikes to fully embody the analog spirit within a digital framework. It invites riders to engage, to learn, and to appreciate the mechanics of mastery. In doing so, it redefines what it means to experience speed. As the final reflection settles, one truth remains. The RSV4 Factory 2024 is not only a motorcycle. It is the conversation between innovation and instinct made real. It leaves us with a renewed respect for the harmony between rider and machine, and a reminder that perfection, when achieved even briefly, is worth chasing forever.